My question today, how can a person, how do I want to ask this? Because we got some smart people up in here. Can you return to God on your own? Yes, Travis. Can you return to God on your own?
It makes me think about like people from thousands of years ago who had little to no access to the Bible. And I feel like they were fully capable of doing that if they listened to themselves enough and just kind of found inner peace and they stayed calm. Then God would naturally act through them. So I think it's completely capable. Yeah.
Of returning to God on your own?
On your own, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And so have you been at a church where at the end of the church service, the preacher say, okay, the doors of the church is now open. Come on down and confess Jesus and accept him and you become a Christian?
Yeah.
Have you ever seen that?
Yeah, I've actually experienced it, yeah.
You've done it?
Yeah.
Were you able to return to God by doing that?
I was really young at the time.
How old were you?
Maybe like 13.
That's amazing.
Yeah, so more just very rebellious at the time, so I wasn't even thinking about that, I don't think there was any way to really attract me to that when I was that age, especially through more traditional types.
So you haven't done it since being an adult? You haven't gone down to the church and confessed Jesus as Lord and Savior and you shall be saved?
No,
you haven't done it?
No.
Who have done that as an adult? Nobody want to confess it. Oh, you've done it right here. Jill, you did it? Oh, Lord. Oh, we know what happened with you. In the beard, way in the corner. And then Joel. So you went down to the front of the church and what happened?
Well, it was a tongue-speaking church, so I don't speak tongues.
Right.
So.
Did you accept Jesus as Lord and Savior?
Absolutely.
And what happened?
Still angry at the time. I was still messed up, and none of that got fixed for like years to come.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So nothing changed?
Yeah, nothing changed.
Did you wonder, well, if I accepted Jesus as Lord and Savior, why am I still the same?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Everything was in shambles at the time.
Yeah.
Nothing was getting fixed.
Amazing.
Nothing made sense.
That's right. It doesn't work. That's not how it works. And I'm going to show you something in a minute that's so exciting. Joel, you went down front. Joel is the audio engineer for the radio show, and he has his own dance company. He's a part of our class there, our entrepreneur program. You guys know Joel?
Yes, sir.
Joel, raise your hand so they can see. That's Joel. So Joel, you went, as an adult, you went down to the front of the church and accepted Jesus, right?
Yes.
And what happened?
And I also got baptized, the water and everything. They dumped me.
I mean, God like wanted his water back, right?
I felt good in the fact that I wanted changes to be made.
Yeah.
But nothing changed.
Right.
Yeah.
And did you wonder through life, why didn't things change? If I accepted Jesus and I'm a son of God right now, why am I still the same?
I think also Satan gets busy in making you think that changes are happening too. So a lot of the time you're not even thinking that deep that, it's really not changing. You start to believe like, it might be changing, or you have situations where you see that it's a little different, but they don't really stick or whatever the case is. So I think Satan gets real busy too, to where you don't realize until somebody brings it up that it really didn't do anything.
Nothing changed.
Right.
You just felt good for a moment. That was it.
Right.
Yeah. I went through that too, and I'm like, wow, this feels so nice. I'm saved. Nothing changed. And I'm like, what happened? Because the Bible said if you believe in God, you should have peace. Christ came that we should have perfect peace. I didn't have the peace. I remember, bring the mic right here. I remember the last church I attended was Crenshaw Christian Center here in LA. And I would go to church, I would read the Bible, give tithes, I would do everything they said, and it felt really good, right? And I was like, wow, I'm doing well now. And I couldn't wait to get home to have sex. I'm like, why is this happening? It's not supposed to be happening. But because nothing changed. It just felt good. And feelings are not what you're supposed to guide your life by at all. And I'm going to give you some examples in 1 minute. Yes, sir. Have you done that, gone down to the front of the church?
No, but I've been to several cathedrals in the Americas, like all the way from Mexico to Peru, and very, very ancient cathedrals. So I haven't really like done the whole Orthodox Christian experience. But to your question, can we return to our Father on our own?
Right.
And how I, Dane, returned to our Father, our true Father, was realizing that of ourselves we can do nothing, and of ourselves we know nothing,
Right.
and we deserve nothing.
Amazing. And I want to add to that in a minute here. That's an amazing thing. Where's Francisco? I saw him earlier. Oh, can we return to God on our own? He's so black I can't see him. And he's way, black people don't sit in the back, sit up front. Go ahead.
I'm not black.
I know, you're Mexican. You're Mexican, right?
I'm Mexican.
All right. Hola.
Hola.
See, I speak Spanish too. Hola. Sí, señor. Señor, sí. Go ahead.
No, I don't think we can. No.
Right. We cannot, and I got proof.
I got, she had a question?
I'm sorry?
She had a question.
Oh, okay. Ozzy, how you doing?
Hi.
I'm sorry about your sister.
I'm sorry. Thank you.
Yeah, Ozzy
You know,
is a member of the church and organization from day one. And her
Yeah.
sister has brain cancer, right? You just found out?
The brain tumor. It's
Brain
not-
tumor.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. How's she doing?
Well, they have they're going to take surgery on Tuesday, so she's in and out the mind.
Oh, man. How old is she?
73.
Oh, okay. Well, tell her I wish her well.
Okay.
All right, go ahead.
You know, I did all these things, but when I realized reality set in, we've been taught wrong.
Yep.
We still doing the same thing. But when you accept Jesus for your personal Savior, you want to do right
Yep.
from now on. So I would advise you guys to change your thinking and change your life.
If you free your mind, the rest will follow. Oh, so I was talking to a friend last night, and he was, what's this? Oh, yeah, last night. And he was telling me about this 10-year-old boy. His father and mother had him out of wedlock, and the mother's with another man. She's had another baby by a different man. And she won't let this 10-year-old boy see his father. And the son is rebelling. He's cursing the mother out. He is telling her, I want to be with my dad. I want to see my father. And she won't let him do it. She's like, no, your father's no good. And she hates the father. And so she's punishing the son. And he's like 10 years old and telling her what he wants. And isn't that evil? I think that all mothers who keep children from their fathers are evil. Just know that Satan is your father. It doesn't make logical sense to do that to human beings. And the kids had nothing to do with it. They want both parents. They want to be with daddy and mama. And just because you guys are fighting one another, don't keep the kids from their natural parents. And kids don't want step parents. They want, their soul want the real deal, not step parent. That's not the real. And a step parent could be the nicest man or woman on earth, but the soul doesn't want that. It wants its own identity. So stop turning, ladies, stop turning the kids away from the fathers. And a lot of mothers are doing this because they hate the fathers and they're angry, they're insecure, and so they're destroying their sons and daughters. Isn't that amazing? Brendan, what do you think about a mother that would do something like that?
I think she's misguided by the world. As the young lady said earlier, women are in a very confused state where society tells them that they should be one way, and so women buy into the idea that they're doing their kids a favor or they're protecting them somehow because the father is not being a good person or not doing what he's supposed to do. So they think that they have to take over and do everything themselves.
That's
And
amazing.
So I think that
Do
they're
you see it as
misguided.
being evil to destroy a soul like that?
I do.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's pure evil.
Yeah, I think what you're saying is true, that children long for both their parents.
They do.
And it shows up because people, even kids that are adopted, many, many times, right
Yeah.
around 18, 20 years old, they just have to know who their real parents
That's
are.
right.
And it's so disruptive because the people that adopted that child have given them everything.
Yes.
And they think, we've taken care of you, we've loved you, we've given you everything. Why do you have to go find your real parents? But I think it's an internal longing.
It
It's
is.
there.
And that's what salvation, God said we must be born again. And what salvation is about is overcoming mama and returning to the Father. He said one day I'm going to return the kids to the Father and the Father to the kids. That's what it means to be born again. It doesn't mean there's other stuff that you've been told. It's just simply returning to the fathers. Boys and girls, men and women. Absolutely. Thank you, Brenda. Yes, sir. Right here. That's Hector. Hector, take the mic for a minute. I want to ask you a question. Come down here so they can see who you are. What did you tell me when I said to go and forgive your mother?
I forgot exactly what I said. I just said I didn't. I forgot exactly what I said.
Right, but when I say
didn't.
go and do it, what comes to mind?
It's just too painful to go through that awkward, conversation.
It's
super
too
awkward.
painful to have a conversation with mama. And what
Yeah.
does the pain feel like?
It's just awkwardness, Like, I don't know. It's just super awkward.
And what do you think going to happen?
I know nothing's gonna happen, but it's just like I don't want to go there. You know what I mean? Like do those conversations and yeah.
Isn't that something? This is crazy. This is not normal. You're not supposed to be afraid of your parents. All right? Just know that. But he's going to have to do it. He has no other choice, or he gets fired.
I'll get it done eventually.
All right. Yes, sir.
Yeah, I would say to that, there's a lot of things in life that are harder than facing your parents. So you can avoid that, I think, in my opinion, if you confront it straight up
Yes.
in the beginning.
Well, in all honesty, once you face your parent, everything else gets easy. You can face all the bullies from that point forward. It really gets easier for you. So you got to do it, Hector. I asked Hector if he wanted me to go with him. I think he said yes. I'm like, I was just joking. I didn't know he was going to say yes. Isn't that amazing?
I just wanted to add that maybe Hector's going through the same thing, or this gentleman here is going through the same thing, but I come from like I'm like white, half Mexican, half white, that sort of thing. So
Really?
I know in the Mexican
Habla
culture,
español?
very little.
Then you're not Mexican.
Well, I grew up in that. I grew up
right.
in that culture. I'm not Mexican. I'm American.
Oh, Lord.
I grew up in that culture, but I know that one of the sick things about that culture is that the mother is like worshipped. The mother is it's almost like she's just beneath God and Jesus is beneath her. That
Yeah.
sort of thing. So I feel like there's a lot of people. The men are super afraid of their mother to deal
Yeah.
with them, and it's kind of like like Hector was saying, a bit awkward to do that because it's not normal in the culture to confront your mother.
Yeah.
It's more of you fear them, or it's almost like worship, to be honest.
It's like that in the black community too. You do not confront a black mama. You'd rather go down in the gates of hell, live there. Because I brought you in this world and I'll take you out. And so they're afraid to face their mothers. They hate their mothers and they're afraid.
Yeah, and you hear in these rap songs and hip hop culture and everything, they always talk about their mom and how
Yeah.
they feel bad for them and all these sorts of things, and that might be why some of the awkwardness.
Yeah, they
comes
hate
out.
them and they just don't realize it.
Yeah.
Because that anger awakens that emotion that feels like love, but it's not love, it's hate.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's totally like that in the black community. In the white community too. I think white people are more likely to confront their mothers, right?
Yeah.
I counsel with white families sometimes, and the little kids be sitting in the counseling room, right? And if the parents say something wrong that's not true, the kids will say, "That's a lie. You're lying." And then the mother like, "Johnny, hold on, Johnny." "Johnny, hold on." And Johnny said, "F you, Mom." I'm like, wow. My grandmother would slap fire at me if I did that. "F you, Mom." So I think you can do it when you're white. Oh.
And in the white community, you know you're in trouble when your mom uses your whole name.
Oh.
Johnny Lee Smith, come back here, something like that. You know,
That's
they always use
amazing.
that full name. I don't know why white people do that, but
That means it's over.
yeah, that means,
Yeah.
gonna catch hell.
That's right. Yes, sir. Did everybody come over? And get the
Okay,
mic?
no disrespect to you, but I disagree. Me and my mama have a special relationship.
Your mama had what?
Me and my mother have a special relationship.
Your mother still living?
Yes, I thank God for that.
Are you able to be honest with her about herself when she's wrong?
Yes,
You say, "Mama, you're wrong."
yes.
Oh, good.
Me and her are sporting partners. She wins sometimes and I win sometimes.
Amazing. Well, you should be winning all the time.
I'm trying.
Yeah.
But anyway, I have no regrets about my life, my past. The only regrets I have how I took my mother through. Because God blessed me with the best.
Well, don't regret that either.
Okay.
If you did something wrong, you know you were wrong, just say, "Hey, I'm sorry." But
Right.
don't regret because you're judging yourself.
Yeah, you're right. You just told me that.
Yeah, do not regret that.
I'm learning. I'm an infant in the spiritual journey.
That's right. No, if you need counseling, you've been in the military, right?
Yes.
Yeah, let me know. Come and see us.
I do need counseling.
Okay, we don't charge you. Come in.
Okay.
If you can't afford it, especially being a military man. All right? And a brother.
Right on.